Well, alright, so I saw something that really pissed me the hell off, and that's everybody's getting on Dave Meltzer's case here because he was making a comment that this diva that I've never heard about. And you know, people wonder why it used to be called the Divas Division. This is exactly why. And it should be changed back to it because Peyton Royce is definitely being a diva. So Dave Meltzer, somebody that I've never really followed ever, never made a video on him, I don't think ever. But he says that Peyton Royce was more attractive in NXT and that she appeared to be lighter in NXT, and he gets bombarded for saying that. So apparently now guys cannot talk about women's attractiveness in public anymore. I guess that's politically incorrect to do now. That's offensive to women and offensive to people. So everybody is calling this sexist. Everybody is just going apeshit on Dave Meltzer, and I feel very bad for him. And he came out and apologized, which was the dumbest thing I thought out of this whole thing. He should never have apologized because he did nothing wrong. Whether you're a man or a woman, you judge people based on how attractive they are. It's human nature. And people do it to celebrities all the fucking time. It's not sexist. A lot of people have been saying that Kevin Owens is too fat and he should lose weight. But nobody says that's sexist. Nobody says that's body shaming. There was just a story the other day that Brock Lesnar looks today actually, that he looks smaller now, that he lost muscle. Are people are people saying, oh, that's body shaming, that's sexist, you know, Brock Lesnar's going to starve himself now? No, they're not. You know, if Peyton Royce doesn't want to get criticized, then maybe she shouldn't be a professional wrestler and put herself in the public eye. Because this is something that both men and women do. They judge people based on their looks. There are many celebrities that women love, you know, like George Clooney, and they think they're so attractive. And then there's others that people say are fat and ugly. It's how the world works. There's many people that comment on my videos and say that I should, you know, get a haircut, or that I should shave, or that I look ugly. I don't give a fuck. You gotta learn how to be tough. You can't be fucking soft, especially if you're a celebrity. You gotta learn how to take criticism. And he's merely making an observation. And by the way, the wrestler's looks are a big... Many people think that how a wrestler looks, even the male wrestlers, are a big part. I kind of disagree with that. It's an argument. It's a legitimate argument people can make. But when you look at the diva wrestlers over the years, they're all attractive. It's just how it's been, and it's what makes money. I mean, you can't trot out a million ugly wrestlers, and especially they're called the Iconics. She's in a group called the Iconics, so you can't have a fucking Tamina being part of the Iconics. You can't have an ugly person who's fat and ugly be part of the Iconics. I mean, that's kind of the gimmick, isn't it? And like I said, a wrestler, many people think a wrestler's look is a big part of whether a wrestler is successful or not. So, like I said, he's merely making an observation. He didn't say that, oh, she should starve herself and lose weight. He made an observation, and he said that she's a little bit heavier now. She's a bit heavier, but he even said he even said she is still very attractive. I mean, people are just so fucking soft nowadays. So merely making an observation that Peyton Royce is still pretty fucking attractive, but she gained a few pounds. Oh my God! Now she's going to go starve herself, and this is a difference between men and women. You know, men call each other, you know, fat slob cocksuckers, and we just laugh about it. You make one little criticism to a woman, you're still calling her attractive, but you make one little criticism, an observation, and they go apeshit crazy, and they starve themselves, and they act like the world's ending. Toughen up. Like I said, if you're a celebrity, if you're going to put yourself in the public eye, there's a lot of benefits to that. You know, you make a lot of fucking money, but at the same time, you're going to get criticized. And you got to learn how to deal with criticism, whether it be just or unjust. Like I said, I'm on YouTube. I'm not comparing myself to Peyton Royce, but I mean, I get some fucking weird-ass comments. I don't get offended by them. I mean, if you're getting offended by shit strangers say, then you got to fucking toughen up. I mean, this is, you know, like people say, oh, online bullying. You know, people make a big fucking deal about that. Like, grow the fuck up. I mean, if you're really being affected by what some stranger thinks about you, then again, you gotta get tougher. So this is totally ridiculous. I feel very bad for Dave Meltzer. Like I said, I guess we can't judge women by how they look anymore. You know, we can't rank women 1 to 10. But yet, like I said, Kevin Owens is called fat all the time, and nobody gives a shit about him. So this story is totally ridiculous, totally overblown. Dave Meltzer did nothing wrong. He didn't even come close to doing anything wrong. It's something that both genders do, and it's totally acceptable. Like, if a woman wants to come on, you know, my YouTube channel and say I'm ugly, you know, oh, the Ruthless Ranter, he's so ugly, you know, he should, you know, he doesn't work. I don't work. I'll admit that I don't work out. You know, the Ruthless Ranter should fucking start lifting weights. He's a fucking twig. I'm not gonna fucking give two shits about what some stranger says about me, because I don't give a damn. I go on with my life like nothing ever happened. And that's what people have to do. They have to learn how to deal with criticism, whether it be just or unjust, because after all, she is a public figure. She chose to put herself in the public eye. And so she's got to fucking toughen up. And everybody who's saying that this is sexist and this is the worst thing ever, again, grow up. I didn't hear, and I see a lot of I think like Seth Rollins made a comment about this too, or you know, some other people involved in wrestling. Where were you when WWE went to Saudi Arabia, a sexist country that didn't allow women to wrestle? I didn't hear a lot of you speaking up then, huh? But now it's the end of the world. So there you go, people. I think I made my point very clear. Let me know what you think. But I just think this was totally ridiculous. When I saw it, I was mad. And this is a definition of politically correct. The world keeps getting more and more politically correct. You know, now you flinch a muscle. You got people all over you calling you racist, sexist, homophobic, discriminatory, this and that, this and that. Shut the fuck up. Grow up. It's called the real world. So there you go, people. There's my thoughts on that.